This changes music. You forget it.
Oh, yes, we do.
Can you guess this video?
Oh, let me have a look. I'm still busy tweeting instead of twitching.
No?
I'm busy looking. Is this? Is this Avowed? No, this is not Fable. What is this? I have no idea. What game is this?
It's Avowed.
Avowed. Ah, looks very pretty.
Doesn't it just? Yeah. Hello, chat people. Looking like a decaying, undead. Don't know what that is. Lemur. You're more than a chat person. Are you though? No? Are you? I was trying to think of a generic way to say hi to the chat without just saying hi to the chat, you see. So I thought chat people. My day's been actually quite good. It's been I've been doing stuff today.
It's always nice when you do stuff.
How's your day been, mate?
Oh, identifying as a people.
I'm not even surprised that you identify as a table. I always had that feeling in the back of my mind there's something different about you. What sort of table?
Oh,
A three-legged table? One of those weird ones that you kind of have, you know, the style, there's three of them at different heights that you kind of slide into each other. You're one of those, the little one?
oh, that's a bit weird.
I don't sit on tables, I put hot drinks on them.
Well, who's to say Noel isn't a hot drink?
He's not a hot drink. Noel's not hot anything. Come on.
I like how you guys just give each other constant nonsense.
You're more of a glass table, like quite kind of precious. You're one of those glass coffee tables that everyone falls through in the parties. All I see is sit on me, Lee. That's all I see, Noel, in the chat. It just kind of, it's slightly off-putting of a meringue. And he's just leaving it there. He's adding nothing to it other than sit on me, Lee.
Yeah, I know. No one else is chatting to even remove that out of the way.
I know, it's hurting my brain. It's a takeaway table. Are you a fold-up table? One of those ones that you kind of like a picnic table? I wouldn't sit on one of those, I'd fall down. Does anyone understand you, Noel? Really? Ready?
No, but we're going to go do it anyway.
This is the XboxCast.
Hello and welcome to the XboxCast's regular show. We are unprepared, wildly unprepared for tonight's show. So just bear with us as we struggle through some technical difficulties. The technical difficulty being the podcast you're about to listen to. Mr. Lee, how are you doing?
See, I take great. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm not overly happy with that because I feel like I've actually been sat here since 8 o'clock, and you rocked up at 8:15, spent 15 minutes mucking around with your sand, and then went, "That doesn't work." And then you went to your contacts for 20 minutes. So I'm sat here going, no technical difficulties here.
Nope. The technical difficulty
is you.
Yes, well.
You are a technical difficulty.
Well. I never said I wasn't.
And yes, Noel, his webcam is still weird, but we're not talking about it now. I feel like if we talk about it, it encourages him, so we're just ignoring it.
Hold on.
You know when kids are naughty, and if you don't talk about it, they just stop it because they're like, well, there's no attention. So I'm thinking, it's like, this is what I'm treating Carl like now.
No, it's cool. These are what the cool kids are doing. In like a year's time.
Who are you looking at, though?
In season 10, right, Lee's going to start being like, guys, have you seen offset cameras? They're the new thing. They're the best thing to do. You're not staring into the viewer's soul like a weirdo. Because I could say,
I think they like it, though. I think they secretly like me staring into their soul.
Well, fair enough.
Offset is not a thing. I don't know. Just leave them to it. It's fine. It's okay. I wasn't going to mention it, but now you mentioned it, I feel like we had to bring it up.
We play with offset joysticks, right? So then the next logical step is offset cameras. Boom. Mic drop. You can't say anything about that.
This little world that he lives in. And also when you talk about your keyboard as well, that was going doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. Why have you not brought yourself a keyboard?
Because I was lent this keyboard. And
that's not the answer.
A discriminant amount of time.
But you could go and buy a keyboard that doesn't go doo-doo, 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 doo-doo whenever you walk away from the laptop.
Yeah, I know. So this keyboard, it's a custom-made...
Do you want to buy you a keyboard? Is that what it is? Are you too tight to buy yourself a keyboard?
No. I want to get the right keyboard. Do you know how much effort it takes to buy the right keyboard? You have to do so much...
See, I've got a quiet keyboard. You don't really hear when I'm typing on it.
Yeah, I know. But you probably went into Noel Leeming and you're like, $10 keyboard and it's quiet.
I actually have this wireless. It's a Logitech wireless keyboard. It's a K330. No idea where it came from.
You give me a hard time about someone lending me a cool keyboard and you're like, oh, this keyboard just so happened to find in the box of random stuff in the garage.
And the mouse as well. It's a Logitech mouse. Corded mouse as well. So it's not even wireless. Same. Don't know where it came from. I have it. Yeah. It works.
Together, we make up a wireless setup because my mouse is wireless.
Oh, well, there you go.
Keyboard is not.
You should do swapsies.
I'll give you this keyboard.
Yeah. No. Wait a minute. No. I want to go wireless. I want to go wired.
It's a very nice keyboard, this. But the only problem is the USB-C connection onto the keyboard is the smallest, thinnest, tiniest USB-C connection you've ever seen in your life. And you look at it too hard, it disconnects. Yes, exactly.
I heard it all. When you went and did your eyes or whatever you were doing, your hair, powdered your nose, all I could hear was your keyboard going doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. I was like, what is he doing? Like calling for help.
I must show you this cable that it connects via. It's got USB on the one side, and then it's got this...
Is it a PS2 cable? Is it one of those, like, the 15-pin DIN ones, like the circular ones? Is it one of those?
I'm getting there. It's this valve that you screw together, and that valve is the PS2 connection.
Oh, wow. It's that old.
And then on the other side of that is a USB cable. But this was done on purpose, apparently, because it's a custom-designed keyboard. The cable was custom-designed the same.
To make doo-doo noises.
Yeah, basically. But I'll take a photo and put it into the Discord, because you have to see this thing. In the middle of this keyboard is one of those metal valves that you screw to tighten. And in that valve is the PS2 connection. So it's USB-C to PS2, PS2 to USB-A on purpose. Like, this was ordered like this. This was distinctly in the checkout system. There were options to be...
Was it ordered at the turn of the century? Not the last one, the one before.
It's new. It's brand new. It's a place called Skippy's custom PCs in
You know,
Australia.
you should come to New Zealand. We have like these keyboards which just have like a USB connector on it.
Yes, I know.
Fucking crazy.
What I'm going to do in future is actually just replace this cable with a USB-C to USB-C cable, and then it would stop making the stupid doo-doo, 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 because there would be nothing in the middle to disconnect it.
It's amazing. See, I thought my setup was jury rigged, but you beat me hands down. Like I can't keep up with your dodge.
I can't help it. Some of my computer parts are donated.
Some of.
Well, I mean, the Surface Studio is donated.
Where did you get your ring from? Your light ring? Where's that from?
But that's a Costco special that was also donated.
Exactly. That was the one that was melting your house down at one point, wasn't it? Like it was blowing up USB ports or something.
On the old laptop, yes. On the new laptop, it seems to be okay.
New. Can we just have new laptop?
New in inverted commas. I was looking, actually, Lee, speaking of new laptop.
What? I'm sitting down. It's okay. Go on, continue.
Yeah, so the Razer laptop we have here, we could possibly sell secondhand for like about $2,000-ish, right?
What? Someone would buy that piece of shit?
Language, family podcast.
I know, but it's that laptop.
It's not too bad once it gets going. It just takes a bit of tender loving care. But anyway, because it's got Razer on the back, someone will pay $2,000 for this. If I add in $700, Lee, I could get a really good spec'd out 15-inch MacBook Air, which could run this podcast in its sleep. You don't believe me, but I went onto YouTube the other day when work was
Oh my
booked.
God, he went onto YouTube.
I was like,
That's how all good stories start. I went onto YouTube the other day, and you're like, oh yeah.
and I typed
You're
in
like a walking cliche. That's what you are.
MacBook Air. I've got another story that's going to blow your mind, but I typed in MacBook Air M3 15-inch for running podcasts. And there was a lot of videos where these guys were like, we're doing OBS streaming, we're recording Skype and Zoom and whatever, we're recording audio with Rode, we've got like 6 mics plugged into this thing via a hub. Like, Lee, the amount of stuff they're plugging into this MacBook Air makes what we do.
That's all really cool if you all sit locally around the laptop or the MacBook.
No, it's fine. But they're also dialing people in through Skype as well. He had 128 audio channels coming through flawlessly on the MacBook Air. And he says, and he did this on battery power. And he looks at it, at the end of it, he says, from 99% to 80% battery on a 3-hour podcast. I was like, man, it makes a compelling argument.
Does it though? Because I feel like my laptop does quite a nice job. My boring old Windows laptop.
It does a nice job, but I mean, imagine doing a 3-hour podcast on battery.
Why? Why?
Lee, do not ask why. Just know that you can. That's all you need to do. You just need to know you can.
That's amazing. It's actually amazing.
Every bad story ends with, but why though?
But why exactly? But why?
You know, we're going to go cow tipping, but why?
I know, but I understand that. That's completely understandable. Because all I want you to do is buy a laptop which will handle you doing all video and audio. That's all you actually need to do.
Exactly. So a MacBook it is.
Yes, that's fine. I don't trust you to do OBS. You can't even do your audio on your OBS currently, which is what spent like 40 minutes looking at.
Oh man, so that's a different story. I am not an OBS technical specialist. OBS
that is correct.
OBS is stupid, and I don't know why we use it.
Because it works. It's lame-o. Wow.
Lame. Now wait until Apple makes something, then it'll work properly.
That's right. They'll just work, and they'll call it iStream or something like that.
iPod.
iPods.
For making podcasts.
God.
Oh, yes. So how are you, Mr. Lee?
I'm all right. Actually, I'm okay. I played football tonight. Did work, came home, walked the dog, then played football for like about an hour, probably.
Did you take the dog to football?
I did not, no. I got home and then took the dog for a walk for 20 minutes, half an hour. And then got home and then played football for an hour.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the first time you're sitting down.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to stand up again very well in a couple hours.
Yeah, no. If anyone hears snoring, Lee, who's just passed out on.
I'm just, or if you hear a scream as I try and move, my back goes, no. You're like, oh yeah, podcast over, Lee's on the floor now. You're going to get up again for a bit.
Well, we'll know when you're going to go get coffee.
Cool.
You just. Ah!
That's right. So yeah, I've got my wooden, I need my walking stick, I need my Zimmer frame to get myself to the coffee machine.
This is when like a coffee machine on a Roomba. And when it comes past, you can just go, oh, coffee.
I need
done.
Barney to know how to make coffee. He keeps saying I haven't got any thumbs, I can't pick up cups, but I'm like, stop it, bro. Just come on, work
I was
around
about to
this.
say, you should graft some opposable thumbs onto him. Apart from being terrifying, it'll be pretty useful.
It would be really useful, yeah. I think he's just complaining. He just needs to get on it. Just get over it. Like, come on, work around it.
Yeah, don't.
Like, you've
Joel.
all the dogs complain about this, but just come on, guys, evolve.
Exactly. But well, he's giving you reason for pause.
I saw something today pop up, and it was a sick finger, and it was a ring, which was a finger. So you can mess with all the AI pictures, and I was like, "That's amazing!" And it's like, everyone takes a picture, you have the ring, the extra finger on. I was like, "I need to get that ring. That's amazing."
It was like, oh yeah, clearly AI. Look at the six
Look
fingers.
at this guy's got 6 fingers, and it's actually someone's got a ring, which is, and it comes out the middle one. It kind of just sticks up, so it's like really weird looking finger. Made me chuckle. I was like, "That's amazing."
Oh, that's great. That's how it should be from now on.
Exactly. Everyone just gets the 6th finger.
Yeah.
And when you give someone the finger, you're giving them 2 at the same time, which is double the fun.
It's a bonus.
Hmm.
What more could they want?
100% more finger. So, I haven't played any games this week. I've not been in the mood for playing games. It's been weird.
Oh,
I'm watching
man.
TV. I've been watching The Pit.
Oh, is it good?
It's excellent.
Oh, okay.
It's excellent. It's really good. Like, it's really, really good. And it keeps distracting me, so I just go, I'll sit down and play a game. Oh, but I want to watch The Pit. And then like an hour goes past, and I'm like, too late now to play Xbox. So, yeah. And it's really well done, because it's got the main guy, one of the guys from ER's in it again, playing another nurse, or doctor, playing the attending. But it's done in hourly chunks. It's done like 24.
Oh, okay. So every episode is like an hour. That's happening.
Yeah. So first one's like 7 to 8, then it's 8, 9. It goes through the times. Really interesting, because obviously the whole thing continues. Then it finishes, because I had like about 6 of them lined up to watch, and I watched like one, and it's literally someone banging on the toilet door because someone would get out the toilet, and then this episode starts with them banging on the toilet door because it's continuing, and it's like, oh yeah, that makes complete sense. Like, things continue. Like, someone's having a conversation or an argument, and it finishes, then the conversation argument still going, because obviously it's only no time's passed.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's a really good idea.
It's really good. Yeah, it's really well done. Of course, it's in ER as well, so you're just in that same area. So they're kind of just following the main attending around mostly. There's a bunch of like learning doctors there and stuff like that. Yeah.
It's interesting that like 24 was the only TV show to play with that
real time. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's really good. Like, really well done. Good acting, good stories. Lots of stories, because it's ER, so there's lots of different people coming in sick, and there's a bunch of new kids on the block, kind of the new doctors coming in, so they're kind of interesting characters.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So it's not funny, I take it.
There's moments, because there's always like that humor in kind of desperate times, isn't there? Especially with nurses and doctors. Yeah.
Oh, gallows humor, isn't it?
Gallows humor, that's what it is. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's a little bit of that going on, but they have to do something because it's insane. Like, it's nuts.
Oh, I can imagine.
People
So
die.
lots of yelling and screaming.
Blood. Yep. Nice.
Oh, wonderful. So it's like The Bear, is it?
Oh, no, the bear's awesome as well. That's real fun. The
I can't
intensity,
watch
yeah, it's so intense.
I can't watch The Bear. It makes me really uncomfortable. People are just yelling at each other, and I'm like, oh my word, no, don't stop yelling.
Yes, chef. Yes, chef. All that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't stand it.
I love it. I think it's so cool. It's such interesting, because I love the pace of it. It's such a good pace to it.
Oh no,
Really good acting again. And they're all slightly screwed up as well, which helps, I think. They've all got the big issues that are going on.
Man.
Yeah. I like pace to stuff. I like a good pace to things when I'm watching it.
Yeah, no, you don't want to feel like you're wasting time.
Yeah. I think, we're talking about movies like Chris Nolan.
Yep.
I think that's his problem. He's sometimes too slow. Interstellar has too many slow bits, and you kind of like get out of the rhythm of the movie. There's not real enough rhythm in it.
Yeah. I watched that in IMAX the other day. And it was like everyone was going on about it when it came out, and I was one of those people who thought it was amazing. Watching it again in IMAX, I was like, it's okay. It's a solid like 7 out of 10.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. Yeah, it's
But
fine. It's a
yeah,
bit long. There's some really boring bits, and there's
yeah,
some
that's
kind of
very
cool.
cool.
There's some cool bits. Yeah, but it's not the best movie ever made, which some people say.
No, definitely
And
not.
that's my point about his movies. Like so, Inception's amazing. I love Inception, but the concept's amazing. That's what the good about Inception.
Inception's great, and the pacing for Inception's really good as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
Yeah,
the whole time you feel under pressure until the very end, you know?
and you don't know what's going on as well,
Yeah, it's
which
completely.
is really cool. Like it just messes with you. And then what was the other movie we talked about? There was another movie we said it does all. Oh, Dunkirk. Dunkirk's amazing. That's done in
That's
real time. Actually, that's done in real time. Actually, that movie.
cool. That's the one that's like all one shot, is it?
No, it's one timeline, but you have like the guys on the boats coming from the UK. You have the guys on the planes flying across. You have the guys actually on the beach, Dunkirk Beach, and they're all having these different individual stories and it keeps jumping between all of them.
Oh wow.
It's so well done. Like it's one of the best movies that came out that year because that came out and Churchill came out at the same time. Both these movies came out about the same time, and they're incredible movies. And it's so well shot as well.
Oh, brilliant. Okay,
Yeah,
so I have
I'd
to watch
recommend Dunkirk. You have to watch Dunkirk. I think I've got it in
Brilliant.
4K. I think I've got a 4K Blu-ray of that because it's
Oh,
that
no.
good. It's that good.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Um,
What was that other war movie that's all one shot?
Oh, the kid running the kids. Yeah. 1917. 1917.
17. That movie's
I
incredible.
also have that on a 4K Blu-ray as well.
Fantastic.
And that movie in 4K is incredible.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And you've watched the TV series Band of Brothers, eh?
Yeah, I love that. That's amazing. That's amazing. Like that again. For cinematography is amazing. The sound's amazing. The acting's all amazing. Like it's so well done.
Did you watch the follow-up, The Pacific?
Pacific's rubbish. No, I don't like the Pacific.
Yeah, no, that's very
And
strange.
also watched the one with the planes as well.
Masters of the Air.
It's terrible. It was terrible movie or TV program.
Like, how hard is it to do a really cool World War II or World War One TV series? There's so many cool
You've got to have
stories.
likable characters though. The characters weren't very good.
Oh,
I didn't care about any of the characters. Where in Band of Brothers, you care about every single character because you know them from their training. And you get really behind them all, and then they all start dying, or getting really injured, or going mad. You know, it's all just. That's
Yeah.
what they did. The build-up is there. You kind of get to know the characters really well, and then you follow them through on all the horrific stuff they go through, and it's all true to a point. Like it's obviously
It's
done for
dramatized.
TV, dramatized. But you go back and interview the old guys at the beginning, the guys who
Right.
were actually there in Easy Company, and then you go and watch them, and you're like, "That's incredible." They talk about this, and then you go and watch them doing it, and kind of.
Crazy, yeah.
Yeah. Same as Saving Private Ryan. It's all about the. To me, it's all about the sound. Actually, in war movies,
For sure.
you have to get the bullets whizzing and all that sort of stuff. But you have to get that right.
Oh yeah. The beach scene in Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah,
still
the first scene's amazing. Like it's such an opening to a movie.
It's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Yes. So that's what I've been doing is watching TV and movies. That's what I've been doing this week is watching TV and movie stuff.
Sometimes you just need to turn the brain off.
I do. Yeah. I really like The Pit though. It's got really good. Like it really keeps me interested.
It's okay.
It's got such a good pace to it. It's it will freak you out. It will stress you out though. If you're stressed out by the bear, you'll get stressed out by.
Man, I don't like when people just yell. It's so stressful. I get so like secondhand embarrassment, and I feel like they're yelling at me, and I'm just like, just stop, guys.
Well, The
Let's
Pit's
just be
good.
friends.
So the main guy, what's his name? Dr. Rob. He's very, very calm all the way through it. So the complete chaos everywhere, but he's been done it. He's seen and done it. So he's attending. He's in charge of it all, and he's just like, okay, so just tell me what's going on. Like he's just calm the whole time, talking to the kids, talking to the trainees, going, hey, what's going on?
Okay.
What should we do now? And like just talking to them really calmly. So it's like this kind of flowing calmness all the way around it, all chaos everywhere, and he's just like, oh, we'll just do this, and this is what we need to do. What do we should do now? And it's really interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, would recommend.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll give the first episode a bash and then feel
Do it. You'll
uncomfortable.
love it. You'll watch it. I got Tony to watch it, and she's like 4 episodes in now.
Okay. Nice.
She was a bit suspicious. Watched the first episode and was like, yeah, I get it. She's a bit gory sometimes. It's like, yeah, there's blood because it's a hospital. You know, what do you do?
Yeah. Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. Just watch it. Just watch it.
I'm ready. Just sitting here, just thinking about people yelling in the blood, and I'm just starting to sweat, and I'm just like, man. Oh,
It's good for you. Put you out of your comfort zone then, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Oh, because we were talking about Chris Nolan because he's doing that movie. Oh, what's it
Wait.
called? Centaur or something like that?
Odyssey.
Odyssey. everyone was like,
Yes.
"Oh, that'd be cool." I'm like, "Yeah, it could be. Might not be though."
It's a big story, the Odyssey.
Gladiator 2 is not very good. Like that was terrible.
Which one?
Gladiator 2.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't expect it to be good.
I know, but it was really bad. It's like
Gladiator 1 was really good. Just leave it alone.
incredible
Leave
movie. Again, I've got that on 4K Blu-ray, that movie, because it's incredible. Like, the whole thing. I've watched that God knows how many times, that movie, because it's that good. But I'm not going to watch Gladiator 2 again. Like, the wrong baddie. The baddie, you can't have what's-her-face as a baddie. What's his name?
That dude.
What's his name? Anyway, he's not a baddie. Like, you can't have him as a baddie. It doesn't work. It's just disappointing. Just disappointing.
You've not been playing any games this week because you've been wanting to take a brain trip.
Oh, I watched The Gorge last night, and that's kind of it's all right.
What is it? What's the
gorge? So it's there's a gorge, and there's these two people that are guarding the gorge, and they're not allowed to talk to each other. And it's a love story / drama, so obviously they do talk to each other and fall in love and lots of mucking around. And then they go into the gorge, and there's this whole thing, and there's like 1940 soldiers down there and like undead and stuff like that. You'd think so, you wouldn't you? But it's fine.
How do people muck up something like a good idea?
I know.
Like,
And it's got weird camera work. It has this
Like
camera work. It's a bit like this. So it'll go. It like they'll be talking, and all of a sudden the camera will spin around them and go to a different angle. I'm like, what a most pointless camera movement was that? Why are you changing camera action or camera movement and looking, and not even going to look at something else? Literally looking at the same people talking, just moving the camera for the sake of it. I was like,
maybe get the people excited about just people talking.
yeah, it
Gotta
put
get
me
that
off. It threw me out of the movie. I was like, oh, that's weird.
That's odd.
Yeah. If I notice it, then I'm like, I shouldn't be noticing camera work. It should just fluid. It should be.
Feel natural.
Yeah. Not. Wow, that was weird.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's a 6 out of 10 ish.
Okay.
It was fine. I got bored watching it. That's how bad it was. I just like, I don't care. It's really obvious what's going to happen here, and it did happen exactly as you kind of sat there going, oh, all right. What a surprise. Oh, all right. And they kept nearly dying, the pair of them as well.
Oh yes.
And you're like, it's no point doing that because they're not going to die because they're the main stars. You're going to kill them off in the first 20 minutes of the movie. So what's the point of making it look like they're going to die? Because they're not going to die. It's stupid.
That's so good.
Yeah. But it's true though, isn't it? You're watching a movie with the two main stars in it and you try and kill them off at the beginning. You're like, well, they're not going to die. You know they're not because it wouldn't work. The plot wouldn't work if they died. So
it's like any movie that's a prequel to something, and then they try to put these characters in mortal danger, and you just go, you're trying to make people care about it, but we all know how it ends. So...
That's right. Well, that's why Rogue One works because they all die. Like that's literally what she says at the beginning of Star Wars. All these good people give their lives for this information, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's why Rogue One works.
Yeah. Whereas every other prequel is just like, oh, this is exciting. Not. There's no tension.
No tension. Should we do Xbox podcasting stuff?
Let's do Xbox podcasting stuff.
There is
so
news.
You games.
No.
I haven't played games because I spent all weekend working, and I'm working tomorrow night as well.
Ah, you're so lucky.
I know, aren't I just?
Oh.
Yay.
I moved cars this weekend. We had Art Deco this weekend.
Ah, you always volunteer for Art Deco. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was cool. I do some charity. I don't like to talk about it. I do a bit of charity work on the weekends,
Oh, yeah. Is it just one weekend out of the year?
2 weekends normally, actually. I do two things. One's give toys to kids. What do you call them? Kids that have... What do you call it? Underprivileged kids. There you go.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, give toys to those guys, which is kind of cool. And then do the car parking, which is me pointing at cars going, car park over there, please. Park over there, please. Like making them park everywhere. That's not actual parking. It's more stood on the road, try not to get run over as these old guys driving their old cars park up.
Nice. And then people are like, man, you're doing such a good job, and you get to wear a cool hat while you're doing
Well,
it.
it's funny because you're wearing a yellow jacket. You're wearing the charity yellow kind of fluorescent jacket.
Oh, yeah.
People come up and ask you questions all the time. I'm like, I don't
you give
know.
them wrong
Well,
info on purpose?
You just kind of
That'd be
talk to them for a bit. You're like, oh, yeah, no, the cars are definitely coming over here at some point. And then the guy come back and you're like, are you sure? I'm like, well, I think so. I'm stood here waiting for the car. The cars had been mucking around. It took a bit longer than expected to come down to us. And he's like, are you sure they're coming here? I was like, well, I hope so, because there's like 6 of us stood here. So hopefully at some point the cars arrive.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Okay, should we do the news?
Right, and now the news.
Now the news. We've already been babbling about movies and TV. I really want to do a podcast about movies and TV. I don't know if you realise this.
I think you do.
I think I've said this before. I have opinions.
Really want to do a movie and TV podcast.
Yes.
Maybe throw in some music.
And what?
Throw in some music.
Music?
Yeah, talk about music.
Okay. Yes, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do the charts for now, though.
Time for the charts. The charts are always exciting, are they?
Always exciting. It's much excitement for the charts. Because guess what's into the top 15?
Ooh.
And this is pre coming out.
Oh, yeah, this is pre-Game Pass as well.
Pre-Game Pass, yes. This is people actually spending money on this game. The game, obviously, we're talking about is Avowed.
I was waiting for you to just let people know.
You got a little bit of a tease. Yeah, Avowed 13th, coming in at 13th. And this is pre-Game Pass. It's pretty cool.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. Sniper Elite Resistance has dropped down to 7th from 12. 7th to 12th. And everyone else is exactly the same. Like, just boring guys. Although Marvel Rivals is still hanging out there, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because Overwatch has completely disappeared. Overwatch 2. Oh, it's down to 20th.
Did you see, now that Marvel Rivals is doing so well, that Overwatch is suddenly getting a lot more content recently?
Oh, it's gone from 25th to 20th, actually, in the league.
Oh.
What else is going on? This charts is pretty boring, I think, though. Most things have gone up 1 down 2 places, 3 places, up down 1 places. PUBG, 24th. Yeah. Diablo 4 is 27th. Dead by Daylight's 29th. Elden Ring. Oh, look! A re-entry.
First look at number 37. Before we disappoint the listeners.
Sorry. Yeah, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is a new entry.
New entry at 37. Pretty good.
Yeah. It's a weird game, isn't it? It's a very intense game, I think.
Yeah, very true to life, apparently.
Yes. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Because I remember someone saying the first game one, you have to learn to punch or something. So you have to get into fisticuffs to actually build up your punching.
You have to get into fisticuffs.
Fisticuffs. Fights. But excitingly, there's no Skyrim. There's no Starfield. Gone.
Oh.
But it's okay, though, because Skyrim is back at number 39.
Not even 40. It comes in at 39.
No, because Battlefield 2042 is back there, because they were talking about Battlefield 6 last week, weren't they?
Oh, yes.
So people were like, oh, yeah, that game.
That game exists.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that Skyrim's now beating Starfield.
I have a theory that it's because everyone is excited for Avowed and has not paid for the early access.
Oh, okay, I like it. That's good. Not because Starfield is a failure.
No. Starfield's still pretty cool. One day I'm going to sit down and actually play the game from start to finish.
Why?
That day is not today. But
have you bought this special edition though?
I paid for the premium upgrade for Starfield.
Oh,
so
okay.
I bought the game, but I did get the early access and the first expansion.
Because I refuse. I refuse on principle because I bought the 360 version.
Oh.
And then they wouldn't let me play on my Xbox One, so I refused to buy another version of it.
Oh, yes.
I'm on strike.
I see.
That's what my phone just beeped. I was like, what did he beep for? Because Michael, it's just sent me a link to something. I'm not sure what though. I sent you a link, Lee. I'm not sure what it is though. Sounds suspicious.
Yes, that is suspicious.
Okay, more new stuff.
News.
It's a weird news week this week. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't seem to be overly getting into it still this year.
Yeah, it's a very interesting start. I mean, we've got a lot of games coming out pretty quick from now on. But the news itself, as in like the announcements, we're not getting any leaks. We're not getting anything.
No, there's nothing interesting. Because I don't like doing games too much, like talking about games coming out. Because you go, oh yeah, games coming out, oh yeah, cool, and then you forget like next week. That's what I find.
Or not even that. It's like, oh yeah, this game's supposed to come out, and then nothing happens.
Oh, then
it
doesn't come out. Yeah.
Oh look, they showed a trailer for Everwild, and I mean, if we were hanging on to that, we would be 6 years older.
He's talking about the trailer for the game coming out by the creators of Witcher 3. Are you talking about the guys that left Witcher 3, the one with the vampires?
Yes, Rebel Wolves.
Yeah, that's amazing. We already played that last week.
Come on, you guys
Come
need
on,
to.
bro. You got to keep up. If you're in the chat, you got to, pretend
If
to
you
at least watch
chat,
us.
you watch the podcast and then you listen to the audio to see if there's any differences.
Yeah.
You know that meme from the IT crowd where Moss gets the one Harry Potter book and then like the audio version and he compares the
Compares
text.
it.
If you're in the chat and if you're a fan, you're doing that to the podcast. You're like, oh, they cut this bit out of the audio podcast, but they had this on the stream.
Yeah. We never do that. I never do editing. So that's not going to happen.
Don't say that.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right.
Totally do it. You guys definitely need to listen to the audio podcast.
Yes, that's right. Because there could be something special in there.
Yeah.
And Michael just needs to wake up when he's listening to us. And I'm sure we talked about this last week.
We talked about it like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, was it? Yeah, okay. Yeah. We were very excited. I even dropped it into the Discord. That's how excited I was about it. I was like, this looks incredible. I want to get this game.
It looks fantastic, yes.
I don't say lazy to edit. I'm more, I use my time differently to everyone else.
Yes. Watching movies and TV.
Watching movie and TV, having opinions.
I like having opinions.
I like having opinions. That's why I've got a podcast. This guy here says, I just tested the ultimate PC gaming controller. It's 4 controllers in one. Well, it's like, but it actually is 4 controllers in one. I don't know if we talked. I've talked about this again. I don't know if we talked about this. I'll do this for Michael because he also doesn't pay attention when we talk anyway. So I can just repeat all my stories and he'll be like, oh, that's new.
That's new. I've never heard this.
It's the Turtle Beach. Oh no, it's, wait a minute. I thought it's Turtle Beach something or other. Tell me the name now. Yes, the Turtle Beach Stealth Ultra it's called.
That's a very cool looking controller.
Extremely ergonomic. Opposed to slightly ergonomic. It's extremely ergonomic.
Isn't it just the same shape exactly as an Xbox One
controller? Shh. He likes using the word extremely. I think it's a thing.
Oh, take a guess how much this controller costs.
$130.
Oh, where are you seeing that?
Just in the middle of the $129 Amazon.
Oh yeah, PB Tech for 306 New Zealand dollars. Lee.
Oh, well, go to Amazon, just import it. It'll probably be cheaper.
Yes. You'll have to pay tariffs though.
No import fees and deposit, free shipping to New Zealand. $118. Actually, it's 10% off currently. It's $118.
Oh, nice. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to hijack your story, but yeah, this is a $300 controller.
It's not. It's not. What if you buy on? I'm now tempted. I might have to log in though. Is it going to tell me things? Oh, I have to log in. That's just sad. Just buy it on Amazon for $120. So what's cool about this controller is you can spin around the D-pad and the analog sticks and the X, Y, A, B buttons into different places. So if you're playing Street Fighter 2 and you want to turn it into more of a console kind of top-down whack the A and B button thing, you can. This one here looks a bit like the old Duke because you have the 2 lights on the bottom. The white and the black buttons for the old. Thank you for you understanding what I'm saying. Yeah. So you can basically spin it around and have different layouts and have different button modes and stuff on it.
This
is really cool.
It's a very nice controller, and it's got the buttons at the back. Not the flappy pad.
The clips.
Oh,
you mean
clips.
like the B buttons over it also,
So on the Xbox Elite you had the flat pedals on the back. This one just has 2 buttons on the back, so there's 4 buttons still, but they're in a different position.
Yeah, I thought this was really cool for $130, not $400. I think it's really good. The build quality is good. It feels really nice. Is it wireless as well? Sorry.
No, it looks really cool. I really like the look of it, and in fact, might be the next controller to buy if it can do on Xbox as well.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I talked about this one recently. Or maybe before it came out, maybe we were talking about it, but I thought it was really cool. Worth mentioning again.
Yeah, definitely. So guys, check out the Turtle Beach Stealth.
Turtle Beach Stealth, yes. Oh, hello, Badass Rockets. How's it going, mate? I don't want my controller transforming. I hate that, he says. Wow.
It only transforms if you want it to transform.
Yeah, it's okay. You can have it as a normal controller if you want.
It doesn't transform by itself.
No, you have to actually make it transform. Yes, it hasn't got a mind of its own.
That would be terrible. You're busy playing a game.
It just decides, actually, no.
Transforms buttons on you.
I thought I wasn't going to drop this in, but then you you hated this conversation that Spence had, so I thought I'd drop it in.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Xbox shares promising update on 3 upcoming games. I thought, I was like, oh yeah, that's interesting. You were like, I was like, oh, this definitely has to go into the podcast. You were angry about this one.
Oh my word. Yes.
So, this Mr. Spence says, yeah, State of Decay is one of the franchises I love bringing back from the original. On the one that stays on board. He thinks Double Fine doing some great work. And he's talking about, but also he says here at the end, he's also talking about Rare and how it's nice to see the Everwild team and the progress they're making. And what caught my eye was the fact that Everwild even exists still. I thought they killed it.
I think they've tried to kill it a few times.
Especially Rare's Everworld, which was reported to be a real mess back in 2021. That's what I remember. I remember seeing the video and going, oh, that's really cool. That's a real cool concept. But then...
It's a really cool concept. And then nothing happened. And then we saw something else and then nothing continued to happen.
Yes, but it seems that it's happening.
Well, allegedly. Remember Dragonborn? Dragon Scale?
Scaleborn.
Scaleborn. That's one. That Scaleborn was happening all the way until it wasn't.
I'm excited for it to come out soon.
Oh, yeah, that was going to be an Xbox One launch title.
Jesus. That's not far out.
Yeah, no. I mean, any day now, Lee.
Any day now, exactly. Is it Ubisoft as well, isn't it?
No, it was Platinum Games.
Oh, I thought Ubisoft was going to save Ubisoft. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's Platinum Games. It's the reason there's never been another Platinum Games game on Xbox. Because after Scalebound, they're just like, no, you're done.
Yeah, and also Ubisoft's one was the boat, wasn't it? The boat one, the pirate ship one that came out.
Yeah, Skull and Bones, which wasn't coming out, and then it came out and everyone had a collective sigh.
Yeah, and went, oh, no.
Oh, it's just this. Thank you, Ubisoft.
And also State of Decay 3 is coming out. We know this is coming out. It feels like it's taking a while.
Yeah, hopefully it's really good.
Yeah, hopefully it comes out.
Hopefully it comes out. But also, hopefully it's still got a bit of the jank from number 2.
God.
Because that jank was hilarious.
You just got to stop what's face and playing it, really. Jeremy, he's not allowed to play that game. He breaks it.
He's not allowed to play, but it's such a good game. I love playing it with people.
Yes. And then a mysterious project for Double Fine's next game. So since Psychonauts 2 in 2021, the developer remained fairly silent for the last 4 years. And so the company community manager Harper J acknowledged the desire to return to Brutal Legend, one of its best-selling beloved video.
That's interesting.
I've got your interest. What is Brutal Legend now? Oh, okay.
Brutal Legend stars Jack Black.
Oh, I've played this game.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I played this game. It was fun. So, why were you sighing when I told you about this story? What was your...
It's such a non-answer, Lee. It's like, he's like, yes, Everwild is happening. And we're just like, please, just put a stick in it. It's done. It's never coming out. And if it does come out, everyone's going to just collectively sigh at it because it's going to not be great. The hype for Everwild has passed. Do something else. And then State of Decay 3, there's nothing new there. We know that. Teasing Double Fine. Oh, man. That's like... Because Double Fine are really good. And they were one of the first studios that Xbox bought. And
they've done nothing.
Since Xbox bought them, we have Psychonauts 2. That's it. Nothing else. So, it's like... It's both a tease and also a reminder that actually Double Fine hasn't been outputting to the degree that we hoped they would after Microsoft purchased them.
Nothing. Psychonauts 2 came out, which was obviously would have been nearly finished when they purchased them.
No, from what I understand, Microsoft purchasing Double Fine allowed them to work on Psychonauts 2 because they were running out of money. They were going to close as a studio.
Oh, really? Okay, that's cool.
Microsoft saved them. So Microsoft's got an Microsoft is responsible for Psychonauts 2 coming out, which is great. But still, it's, what are they doing? 4 years without not even a hint?
It's been nothing at all. Yeah, no, complete silence. Yeah.
Oh well. Yeah, it's completely such a non-answer. You can tell that, behind him with a gun was someone marketing from Microsoft, basically whispering in his ear what he's allowed and not.
Do you think
to
she
say.
was? Do you think she was doing that? Do you?
Or she was definitely off camera,
Mm-hmm.
kicking him under the table, like not allowed to answer this question properly. Yes, we have a fantastic working relationship. Yes, we love Xbox. Yes, we
I did
believe.
not have to involve HR when I first started.
Yeah. Yes, I believe this Xbox. Anything as an Xbox marketing campaign is doing well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's going awesome.
Oh man, it's just so much that, and also you get Phil Spencer on a podcast. One, you're going to be like, okay, Phil, you're not often on a podcast. We're going to ask you hard questions.
I think he's on the podcast all the time, though.
But
He's been on a few recently.
yeah, but he's not ever asked hard questions.
No.
They're always softball. Is that part of the agreement? Do
Did
you
you
have
reply
to
back to your tweet that you sent to him?
no?
Come on to 450 episode in about 4 weeks.
If he does come onto episode, we've got some very hard questions for him, and we're not going to let him market his way out of this nonsense. Be like, no, Phil, speak like a human, and let's go over this again. Because my word, they're far too. Oh, it's Phil Spencer, and then suddenly you get celebrity. Starstruck, and Phil, what are you playing at the moment? What's your favorite Xbox color controller color? Phil, what color do you paint your toenails? It's all softball nonsense. Ask hard questions. That's what people care about.
Yeah, but if you do, it won't come back. That's the problem.
Well, I mean, you've at least made a name for yourself.
True. If he does answer them, yes.
But still, that's just my little rant. I would like.
I agree. Yeah, I completely
When
agree.
these execs go onto podcasts, I would like to see more people ask hard questions and less fawning.
Yes. You can say that about every single news industry interviewer person, though, couldn't you? Who really answers hard questions now?
No one. There's no one asking hard questions.
No.
To
I
anyone.
would. I'll ask you hard questions. Don't worry.
Ask me a hard question, Lee.
Yeah. When are you going to get a new keyboard?
Oh, it's a hard question. when I have to give this one back.
Exactly. Right. Lies of P Overture shows huge expansions on new sequels. I dropped this in because I thought it was kind of interesting, this article. So this is off The Gamer. And what he's talking about here is people do not bring out... Bioshock 2 is an example he says here. So Bioshock 2 came out as a sequel. It was actually a separate purchase game. You didn't buy the original. You just went and bought it separately. And it was like a different take on the original, wasn't it? You're basically playing the baddies, I guess. But now what happens is you bring out the DLC.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got Cyberpunk here down as an example. They've got Phantom Liberty DLC. It's like a 20-hour game, basically, they brought out on the Cyberpunk world.
Yep.
As a DLC, which meant you have to purchase the original. So my thing is like, you have to buy the original game and then you can buy the DLC. And the DLC normally is like 2/3 of the cost of the main game normally.
Yeah, sometimes it's even 3/4.
Yeah, or look at Diablo. How much is Diablo's?
Oh yeah, crazy.
So this is like he's going. Oh, it's kind of interesting. I think this is a money grab. That's all this is. I think that's all they're doing. They've just gone. Oh, wait a minute. We can sell DLC, which forces someone to buy the original game. So we get original game sold and we get an extra game. Oh, that sounds brilliant. Let's just do that. Why bring out a new game?
Yep. Now I can understand what he's meaning about this, but still, it's interesting. It's a very worrying pattern.
But they're not even quick, are they? So the Cyberpunk, it keeps going about Cyberpunk actually. It's kind of interesting because obviously they took 3 years to bring out the DLC from the original Cyberpunk. But it doesn't mean like they bring out a DLC a year later because they've already got the main game done and they're just building on it. They're actually doing 3 years worth of work to bring out something building on the original game.
Cyberpunk, I think, is a bad example here.
But they took a year to fix it. After a year, it was fixed, wasn't it? Really?
It was kind of fixed, but then they fixed it again, and then they brought out Phantom Liberty.
It all. Yeah, for sure.
And then Phantom Liberty came out, and then it got another fix.
No, Phantom Liberty was Cyberpunk 2.0. That was a rejig of all the tools, the stuff you stick into your cybernetic stuff.
Yeah, no, complete rejig. But then they also brought out another fix for 2.2 or 2.5, which was another big update that changed a lot of things.
Okay. Okay.
So Cyberpunk is a different example here. I prefer the example of say The Witcher, for an example. Their expansions have made it worth buying the expansions because there's a whole new story.
How quickly did they come out? That's actually kind of interesting. I wonder how they came out. A year later.
Which is, I mean, you
Which is
expect that.
fine. That's actually good.
Yeah, you want an expansion a year after the game, and the expansion, the point of it is to expand the game on its base.
Yes.
It should update the game. It should add new areas, new classes. It should add a new way to play the original game as well.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I think he is about right. But so they brought out the update for. They also use what's that game that everyone plays? Elden Ring.
Oh yes.
Took them 2 years to bring out Shadows of Erdtree. And it's 40 hours of gameplay. Why is that not Elden Ring 2?
Exactly.
But no, because you have to then go and buy the original Elden Ring. And it's the same as Monster Hunter World. Like, Monster Hunter World came out, then Iceborne, which was massive, and then Sunbreak came out. Both of them bigger than the first game. But they're actually DLC, so you have to buy the original, which is $100. And then you buy each of the expansions, which are $100 each. Like, you guys, really?
Do you know who started this?
No, who started this?
Destiny.
It did as well. Live service games, yes.
Destiny started this, right? The expansion comes out, and you had to buy the base game plus the expansion because they just didn't sell the expansion separately.
No, because it's a live service game.
It was so like Destiny 2. They're the ones that are responsible for this. Even today, if you want to buy the latest Destiny expansion, it's like in a bundle.
I am so confused. I actually looked at it because I was kind of wondering where are they at. I can work it out. There's so many bundles and DLCs now on Destiny. Oh no, I don't know.
Yeah, and you need the latest expansion to play the latest content.
Yeah,
so you could buy an expansion from last year instead of this year's expansion, and then you're locked out of content you paid for.
Well, remember they were doing that though. When we were playing it, they were doing that, weren't they? They were taking bits out.
They started doing the vault. It's like, I think it's now impossible to complete the Destiny 2 story if you start from scratch.
Oh, because Mars went. Did Mars disappear?
Yeah, they vaulted so much content.
The planets disappeared, yeah.
And so you can't, if you start Destiny 2 today, there's no way for you to get all the achievements and actually complete the story.
Yep. I'm not even surprised.
Trust a PlayStation studio to come up with that idea.
Yeah, I just thought this was kind of interesting because I hadn't really thought about this. And then it bugged me after I read this. And then they do say, yeah, but you get a problem like GTA 6, which is on 12 years, and Elder Scrolls 6, which is on 17 years, with no updates whatsoever. So, you know, there is that kind of...
But we know why GTA 6 is taking its time.
Because they make too much money on online, that's why.
Yeah, GTA 5 online is just printing money for them. So why change?
Why break it? Yeah. Why bring out something which might fail?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because then what was the game they also talked about, which I haven't played? It's Fallout games. So they bring out an update for a new game out, don't they? Like a small version, which came onto Game Pass last week. But it's actually 5, but it's a different take on it. So it's the same world, but they've just gone forward 13 years or something.
Far Cry. Yeah.
Far Cry, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way of doing it.
That's a good way of doing it, yeah, for sure.
The Far Cry one that used to come out, yeah, you had number 3, and then you had number 3 Blood Dragon.
Yep.
Which is really cool. Then you had number 4, and then number 4 turned into Primal. Then you got 5, then 5 New Dawn. Then we got 6. We didn't get a 6 remake or a 6 expansion.
No, because 6 failed.
Pity.
Yeah, it was a failure, wasn't it? 6, that's why.
Well, I mean, Ubisoft have been on a downtrend anyway, so...
Oh, yeah, they've been Ubisofting all over everything too long now.
They haven't.
Let's talk about some positive stuff. Sorry to drag it all down, but this is all good stuff. So this was actually our new chat room, the What's the News, or whatever it's called.
What? The news?
What, exclamation mark, the news, but no exclamation mark, is really good because it gives me stories now. It's freaking amazing.
Fantastic.
Saves me doing work. I love it.
Keep it up, guys.
Keep it up, guys.
It's also
Exactly.
a good plug to join our Discord. Do you have news stories you want us to talk about?
Yes.
Join our Discord and drop it into the What the News channel.
Or even news you don't want us to talk about. Come in and go, no, don't talk about this story. Like, well, that's okay as well.
Yeah, I mean, we won't mention it. Well, we will mention that you told us not to talk about
exactly, yes. I'm going to zoom in. Look at that. Look at me go. So, this is from Xbox Studio Roadmap.
Oh,
And we've hit 2025. I don't know where this came from though. In a kind of like, because they go all the way back to Ori and stuff like that from like 1920, no, 2020.
no, 20.
So they got like Avowed, which is coming out today, I believe. Towerborn, South of Midnight. I'm very excited about that game. Doom Dark Ages, the Outer Worlds 2, Ninja Gaiden, Fable, State of Decay 3 is an upcoming. Contraband, I don't know if that's coming out, if I'm honest.
Oh, Contraband, we haven't heard anything about it.
Clockwork, what is it called? Clockwork. Oh, I've just broken the computer.
Oh dear.
Gears of War E-Day, vaguely excited about that. Elder Scrolls 6, Perfect Dark, which I'm excited about because I saw the clip. Blade, OD, who knows what that's about. Everwild, which is hilarious. Project Mara.
Yep.
And Toys with Bob. Untitled Xbox project. There's some good games in that, like Avowed, Towerborn, South Midnight, Dark Ages, those, and Fable. All those games that will come out this year, they're all awesome. They'll be awesome games.
Oh yeah. I mean, Avowed is already getting really good
Oh,
reviews.
it's insane. Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's cool.
Very cool. Yeah. I mean, this is done by a guy called Chloe Brill. If you follow him on X or Twitter,
On
he
Blue
puts
Sky.
some very cool graphics. No one's on Blue Sky, Lee.
I went to sign up and someone's already got Lee Howard, so I was like, nah,
Nah,
not signing up for
but
that.
he puts up some really cool graphics around Xbox and the roadmaps and the studios. He does a really cool thing every so often where he does a studio highlight, and he'll like give you stats about the studio in a graphic and like what games they've made, what they've released, what's upcoming for them, how many people are working on them, like which continents they're on, all sorts of things.
Continents.
So if they're across more continents.
Okay. As in like national, like international, like the world continents.
Yeah, so
or
like
letters.
there's a
Like
studio
continent letters.
and then a studio in Ontario as well. He'll be
Gotcha.
like,
Okay.
in these two places.
Yeah, so I've just gone to his Blue Sky site and I can see stuff. I've never been on Blue Sky. Looks a lot like Twitter, doesn't it? How weird.
It's Blue Sky is 100% Twitter.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I think it's worldwide. It's now worldwide on Game Pass as of 14 hours ago.
Oh, exciting.
Exciting. Rumors. Oh, he's quite good, this guy. I might have to follow him on Blue Sky, but I haven't got an account, so that's going to be different.
Follow him on Twitter.
Yeah, follow him on Twitter.
He's more active on Twitter than Blue Sky by the looks.
He does double posting.
Oh, maybe he does.
Exciting.
Cool.
Yeah, so games coming out. Which is a bonus. We have a New Zealand news article
Oh, this is exciting.
from stuff.co.nz. I know, I love Kiwis and their basicness, I guess. I don't know. It's weird. Ubisoft adds a Maori character to popular online game. So this is... is that going to tell me the game? Doesn't even... Oh, there you go. Rainbow Six Siege. But I think it's... Isn't it Siege? Oh, Siege X is the next one, isn't it? So this is an update to Rainbow Siege. They're going to bring another character in.
Yep.
She's going to be called... She's captain of the New Zealand military, succeeded in New Zealand Special Forces. Her name is Ruara, maybe? Doubt it. She's from the Hapai Iwini. See, if it wasn't Kiwis here, we'd probably better say all these words. And she's from Christchurch. I can say Christchurch, so I do know Christchurch.
Yeah, so she's Christchurch, apparently.
Yeah.
With fires and firefights, controlling the...
She's quite loud. She shoots...
Sometimes that means waiting for the right door to open.
She shoots, like,
But I've never been the patient
doors
sort.
at door holes, as
So
far as I
mine
can
will
work
be
out.
ready when I need it.
Interesting.
So she shoots a door. If they shoot on the other side, it opens it, and then she waits for them to shoot, and she can just sit there. There's a lot of bullets and pistols, actually. Yeah. But she's also got some... She's got Moku and stuff like that, actually.
So mine
Yeah, she
will be
has as
ready
well, yeah.
When I need it.
That'd be cool. Who knew? I've never heard of any company giving a nod to New Zealand like this.
Yeah. Interesting. It'll be interesting to see how she's received by the community.
They reckon
as well.
she's awesome. Like, I've heard some people saying that she's awesome. She's got some really good abilities. That's what people were saying, so that's cool. I never really got into Rainbow Six. I think I played like half a dozen times. I just couldn't play it. I was like, I can't do this.
Just enough.
Yeah. It's just too many Aussies on there being annoying.
Oh,
Because you play on these Aussie servers, there's just a bunch of Aussie yelling at each other the whole time. You're like, I just can't. I just can't. Talking of Rainbow Six Siege, X is coming out as a major evolution. It's more than an update. So I'm guessing this is linked. So this is going to be March 13th. There's going to be a big showcase, a Siege X showcase. Ubisoft has announced evolution for the game. Not quite a sequel, but seemingly more than an update. This game's been out for 10 years.
crazy.
What is going on? So I don't actually know what it means. Do we need sound on this one here? Big update. It's very short. Doesn't really tell us. Yeah, it doesn't actually say much. Okay, cool. So who knows? So March 13th, for you Rainbow Six Siege lovers out there.
Yeah, interesting. I think Rainbow Six Siege is probably the most successful thing Ubisoft has ever done, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, because
It's
it's not a live service as well, so it keeps going.
Yeah, it just keeps on going.
It does say here, glimpse of transformation in gaming's history, new graphics, audio upgrades,
Cool.
deeper tactical gameplay, new ways to play the game. Yeah, so it should be interesting. And it's free because it's an update, so it's actually just free update.
Cool.
which
Well,
is
that's
also
pretty.
cool. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't come out and just trash everything though.
Yeah, hopefully.
Then I'm following up with another Ubisoft story, which is not very positive indeed. Ubisoft Q3 sales plummet nearly 50%. Concern of more layoffs. They just can't do it, can they? They're just struggling.
They are struggling.
And obviously pushing back Assassin's Creed Shadows
Oh, yes.
is not great because that was a big hole in their release schedule, isn't it?
Indeed. And I think they're expecting Assassin's Creed Shadows to come out and just wow the world. But they completely mucked up every single cultural thing about Japan in this game to the point where, the Japanese government got involved. They've pushed it back, and now they've even released a statement to say that you actually can play the entire game without having to play Yusuke.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yusuke. Oh, okay.
So the Black Samurai.
I would say who's Yusuke. I don't know who Yusuke is. Okay.
You can play the whole game without playing the male character, and you can entirely do it with the female character. It's apparently not tied to any more achievements.
So can you do it the other way around though? Can you just play the male character, not the female character?
I think if you play the male character, it intertwines with the female, and you have to then jump to her perspective at some points. But it's completely taking him out the game by the looks of it.
Right, interesting. So it was literally an add-on.
Yeah.
He was chucked in as like, oh, that'd be cool. We'll have a samurai.
Yeah.
I've just been corrected in chat. Apex Legend has an NZ character called Maggie,
Oh,
who spoke Māori.
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. No, played it. I played Apex Legend when it first came out. I was like, oh yeah, it's one of those annoying kind of, you have to actually have friends to play it games, so I just didn't bother. So I'm getting friends.
Yep.
Customer revenue is down 47.5% compared to last year. Net blocking is even worse, standing 51.8 year-on-year decline.
Jeez.
That's not great.
They're getting ready to sell the company, it looks like, eh?
I think so. Yeah, make it cheap. I think sell it off. 4 production studios have shuttered their doors, which cuts down on staffing and overheads. Well, it does if you know staff. It does cut down on overheads. Yep.
The cheapest way to run a company is to just not employ anyone.
Not employ people. Skull and Bones, a massive investment, fell flat. Star Wars Outlaws, it did all right in the end, but I think it didn't come out and have the whack that they wanted, did it?
No, people are now saying it's fixed. It's much better now. On launch.
Hot guys love it. The hot guys say it's great. It's a really good game. It's too late, I think.
It kind of, yeah, it's everyone just thinks of Star Wars Outlaws as broken. It's too late. It hasn't redeemed itself.
I want to play it though, to be honest. But
yeah. It doesn't seem like it went through a Cyberpunk or No Man's Sky story either, So yeah.
Because it's Ubisoft, no one's got any trust in Ubisoft. That's half the issue.
Pretty much.
It's a reputation issue, isn't it? And it says here, what if it actually does do well though, Shadows Creed? Because they're talking about bringing out a bunch of Assassin's Creed stuff, aren't they? Like every 6 months. What are they talking about that?
And yeah, at one point that was going to be the roadmap for them. Like, we're going to do like big game Assassin's Creed, then they're going to do maybe a smaller smaller
a
game.
DLC or a remake or something, or a remaster or something, wasn't it?
Like, yeah, remaster of one of the older games. And then they're going to do something on the mobile. And then they're also going to do something with like live service Assassin's Creed. And
That's
they're
right.
kind of,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
like those 4 or 5 projects that are just going to like bounce between every year. So every year, beginning of the year, you got your big Assassin's Creed game. Later on in the year, you got the mobile game. And then at the end of the year, you got your remaster, your remake. And then at the end, you'll have like the mobile game of whatever it is come out, like a little add-on. And they're going to hit that stride of like every year, it's like Assassin's Creed, but like 4 different projects or 5 different projects. And they just haven't gotten there. I think they were hinging on Shadows coming out to set the cadence.
Mm-hmm.
And it just pretty
March
much
20th. It's coming out March 20th.
I don't think it's going to come out. I think they're going to push it back again.
Do you think so?
I reckon
But
they're
surely
going
they want to get something for this year, for this calendar year, to get some money in the bank. To actually look at the numbers for this year and go, it wasn't as bad.
No, I don't know. I think they're going to push it back until someone buys Ubisoft, and then they're going to release it quietly.
Okay.
The Shadows has done a lot of damage to their reputation in the Asian countries.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something Ubisoft are currently struggling with. I don't think they realized what a muck up they did. What can you say?
I don't know. No, exactly. We've said for years though, we keep Ubisofting all over it, and it's just now biting them in the backside, isn't it? That's the problem.
Yeah.
Because
And I
everyone's
mean,
going. Yeah.
look at Riders Republic, for example. Still, thousands of people playing that. It's constantly busy. It's constantly online. It's constantly getting
It's not on the
updates.
charts though.
It's not, but a lot of people are still playing it and loving it. Like, that's become some people's forever game, you know? Jump on Riders Republic and just do the events. So what team in Ubisoft is controlling that? Because whatever that team is, make that magic across the rest of your team. Not that hard. Just, what are these guys doing well? Let's replicate it.
No idea. I don't know. All the what do you call it? The game we just talked about.
Shadows?
Rainbow Six Siege. It's also
Ah,
Ubisoft, isn't it?
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously the Rainbow Six Siege and the Riders Republic teams have a lot in common because they're both working on live service stuff. And clearly everyone's loving it. So
Yeah.
why don't they just get those teams and be like, what is your secret sauce? Let's replicate it.
So, state of play from PlayStation was February. A whole bunch of games were announced. He's just laughing. February 12th, this was last week. Most of the games talked about were basically cross-platform, although you wouldn't think it if you were watching, basically.
That's PlayStation's marketing. It's always only on PlayStation, and then in the corner, other platforms included.
Maybe, yes.
PlayStation are doing an Xbox thing where this is a PlayStation and this is a PlayStation and this is a PlayStation.
No, but Phil did say that he's gonna. They're gonna say if other stuff is available on other platforms on their games now, aren't they?
It's so annoying. They shouldn't. They're really. It's shooting themselves in the foot completely.
I've give up. I don't care anymore. They're gonna do what they're gonna do, aren't they? And they're gonna have regrets, or just keep doing it like it's.
Yeah.
It's all about the money, mate. It's all about the money. Selling the games.
Yep. It's all about the cash now.
Monster Hunter Wilds. What out of this end is interesting release date wise? That's what I was trying to work out. So Splitgate's coming out, which February. I don't know if that's going to do it well though, because I don't know if anyone needs another kind of arena shooter, basically. Borderlands 3's Fall's coming out in September 23rd. I don't know if that's new. I think that was unexpected.
Oh yeah, I think the release date was new, but that's about it.
Yeah, we knew it was coming out, but we've actually got a release date now, September.
Yeah.
That Directive 8020 looks really cool. Another Five Nights at Freddy. Yay. Metal Gear Solid, August 28th. We didn't know that was going to come out. That's the release date for that. We didn't realize that was coming out then.
No, but still, that wasn't that shown at
It was, but we didn't know the release date.
Interesting that Microsoft had the marketing rights for it until they didn't.
Until PlayStation give more money.
Like Hell Is Us, it looks pretty good as well.
Hell Is Us, yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Stellar Blade coming onto PC is also a fantastic
In
news.
June, so that's pretty soon.
And then the new game, Tides of Annihilation. Did you watch this?
Oh, I did, actually. I did
This
watch that as
looks
well.
fantastic. This is like a modern version of Devil May Cry. It looks amazing.
It's in the UK, that's right. Yeah, yeah. I did see this one, actually. And this is coming on Xbox, people. Do not worry.
Yeah, all of these games are coming on Xbox.
Yeah.
I think the only one that isn't is like Stellar Blade and Days Gone Remastered.
Who needs another zombie smashing game, though, really?
And like, what else is not coming? Yeah, I think everything else is like multi-platform anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, this looks cool, though. So we're just watching Tides of Annihilation. It does look beautiful. Looks amazing.
Oh, it reminds me of like Final Fantasy 13 and
Oh, it's a very Asian, even though it's set in the UK, it's got a very Asian feel to it. Especially with the movement, the way people walk and stuff like that.
It's Asian devs. Which is why,
that
yeah,
makes
which
sense.
is why the women look like women and the men look like men.
Yes.
But it looks fantastic, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it does look amazing.
Jeez, I'm so hyped for this game.
Yeah.
Pump it into my veins.
Weird perspective, though. Does it switch between like first person and third person almost? Or like over the shoulder to side on or something like that?
I don't know. It seems interesting. We've got to wait and see what more comes out.
Yeah, yeah. Has your typical big swords against bosses and stuff like that? Like
big swords, big bosses,
bosses.
just pure hack and slash, button mash.
Dodge, attack, dodge. Oh, we've got Simone. Grash has spotted Simone's appeared.
Nice. On your Skype, just change the view to only video participants in grid. Everyone can see it.
There you go. I think she's messed up my layouts anyway, because...
There we go. Sorted.
Hello, Simone.
Hi. Sorry to be a pain.
You have to talk... You're talking... Oh, you just dropped in to say hi about Raj Republic. We can't hear you properly.
Sorry. If it's a problem, I can drop out. Carl said that my AirPods would be okay.
They should be, but they're sounding like very underwatery. I wonder
like
if there's a setting in Skype we need to change.
Okay. I'll drop out and not bother the show. I'll just hit and switch.
Cool.
Okay, hi. Hi, bye.
Bye, Simone. Bye, Simone.
That's funny. She did sound like she was underwater.
Yeah, we need to figure out what's going on there.
Need some testing.
Yeah. Allow her to jump in when she can and do the voice from above.
Yeah, for sure. She has opinions. Yes, that's PlayStation. So we've got last two stories. These are the games that are leaving Game Pass. There's 8 of them.
Is there any ones that we need to be sorry about?
I don't know. Yakuza 3 and 4 remastered is kind of sad. Wulong Fallen Dynasty is quite sad. Man Eater is quite sad. Paw Patrol World.
Oh, yeah, that's the worst one of them all.
And then Warhammer 40k, Bolt Gun. They're always quite fun, those Warhammer games.
Space Engineers is also going, which is sad because that's fantastic.
That's a good game, is it? I didn't know that one. Yeah.
It seems like a lot of good games are going this
all the good games are going, yes. But let's pick us back up again. Let's not dwell. To the games that have been announced for Wave 2. This is also from chat, actually. Someone dropped this in just now. Which is great, because it saves me looking for it. It's like, thank you. And we have F1 24, which makes sense, because 23 just dropped out. Also avowed today.
Yep.
And Watchdog Legions.
Ooh. Now this one I expected to see in Game Pass sooner rather than later. And it's taken its time to get you, hasn't it?
Has it? I don't know. Is that right? I do not know. I didn't know it was coming. I knew nothing.
No, neither. But when it didn't perform very well, I was like,
it'll come to Game Pass. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But that's cool. Watchdog Legion might actually be worth jumping in now.
I wonder that, yeah. Quite interesting. It's quite an interesting concept. And there's Warhammer Rogue 40k Rogue Trader, whatever that one is.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, it's a really good turn-based game.
Oh God, really?
People say it's one of the best in the series. So yeah, take that how you will.
It's not my favourite turn-based,
I don't know why.
I like to shoot things in the face, and it's really hard turn-based because they move. Even when you line them up, they then move, which is kind of rude.
Well, that's why you line them up and then you shoot and then they move. You should take
your
his tactics. It's really good.
Oh God, how's that going for you? Have you completed it yet?
Not yet. That's going to be my April achievement game.
Okay. Yeah. So there's 3 games coming in for February. Or what do you call it? Phase 2. What do they call it? Wave 2. That's it. I'm done. I'm out.
Okay. Yeah, very interesting news, isn't it?
Yeah, the news has been weird. It's been like this all year, though. I jump in to go and find news and then read lots of random kind of comparing, the top 10 games that are like Avowed and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, I know you're struggling for news if you start doing that.
Yeah, you start having to do lists. It's always bad.
Yeah, and that's what it's been like all year. Like it's just been bits of pieces of news. It's kind of weird.
And that's a pity.
Don't worry, Beans. Next time we'll do some practice.
Yeah, we'll do some testing. We'll make it all work perfectly next time. All right. So new games, Lee, that are coming out this week.
One moment, caller.
I've decided to be radical this week
I'm so happy.
and change things up.
I'm so proud.
And I'm actually just focusing on the good games that are coming this week.
Does that mean the good games are outweighing the bad?
No.
Oh,
There's a lot of bad games.
I was kind of hopeful then for a moment.
The list is as long as my arm,
Okay.
but
Most of it's
I've
bad.
cut it down to just the good games. So what counts as a good game, you may ask? A good game is one that is going to be really good with the charts. It's going to be a fun game to play. It's either a big game that people have been waiting for, or it's going to get under Lee's skin in a way that we just love to see.
Bring it on. I've got really tired all of a sudden, so excuse
Oh.
me. I've just been hit by a
We'll
wall of
rush through these
tiredness.
games and wrap it up so that the old man can go to bed.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah. We just need to stick around for as long as until he stands up.
Wait, we want to go donk on the microphone, then Oh, wait, you just want to hear me stand up? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we just want to hear you stand up and
I've
hear
got
the-
wheels on my chair, though. I can just wheel myself around the house.
So just attach the leash to Barney. Barney,
Just take me around. Yeah.
kicking us off this week, of course, is Avowed. It's finally here. It's available. It's available as of 14 hours ago. PC Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass, and you can it's got Xbox Play Anywhere as well, so your saves follow you, which is fantastic. And you can buy it for the normal price of a game.
That was amazing. Those words that you used were correct.
I have the best words. Lee.
It's like you were speaking words.
Yep, like I was speaking words indeed. So the next one, let's not.
Wait a minute, I'm stuck in a loop. Oh, I want to see videos of the game, and there's just no. Just Microsoft. Sorry, continue. Sorry.
Okay, well, have a look at this one. This one should work. The next game is from a studio that most people know and love.
Why do I know this game?
Odd.
Why don't I know? Oh, is it FMV? Not really.
Not really FMV, but it's from Don't Nod, the same people that did
Oh,
Hella Good.
I'm hella excited.
Okay. It's called Lost Records, Bloom and Rage.
Am I going to rage playing this game? Is that what you're thinking?
Yes, you are. Because put yourself into listen to how they describe the game and try not to just rage within yourself.
1 second, let me just unmute this site tab. Oh, wow. Sorry. Is that a Lana Del Rey?
Get that nonsense.
Okay, cool. No, that's just floaty
This
shite.
is how the game describes itself. Rewind back to the 90s and live the defining summer of 4 high school girls as they forge bonds through their growing friendship, their punk band, and an unexplained event that will forever change their lives.
Is the time travel?
I have no idea. But teenage girls, punk bands, and an unexplained event. We've played this game.
We have played this game.
1,000 times from the exact same developer. Set in the 90s, Lee. That's the only difference.
The 90s were really good, but I'm concerned about this.
No, the 90s were fantastic. There's no reason that a game needs to come along and ruin our memories
Exactly, that's what I'm worried about it.
to this degree. So moving on.
Okay,
Quite
cool. Yeah, no, that's hella good. Good
Yeah,
work.
it's going to be hella good. You know, it's going to be great for all those Don't Nod fans. There's a reason they call themselves Don't Nod, because as you're playing, you're just shaking your head.
Oh, it was time for me to sleep. Don't nod off.
Don't nod off. Next up is The Backrooms 1998. We're stuck in the 90s still. A first-person found footage psychological horror survival game. My word. That is one genre and a
And
half.
drink. Yep.
Where it tells the story of a young teen after accidentally falling into the depths of the backrooms in 1998. This game looks like the Blair Witch, creepy AF.
Oh no, but there's no graphic. Like the graphic is like let's put as little stuff in each room as possible.
Yes, because little stuff means creepy. I mean, mannequins, headless, armless mannequins. Oh, that's creepy, man.
Spiders. Yep.
Yeah, oh, I don't like that idea.
Here, beer here. Amazing.
So, next up, we're going to sail the seven seas as a pirate. But not just any pirate, a dragon pirate.
Yes.
Like a dragon, pirate Yakuza
I really
in
want to play
Hawaii.
this game. This could be my first Yakuza game. You know,
It looks fantastic. Oh, my
it's
word.
just amazing.
It's going to be insane. So, you are Goro Majima, a notorious Yakuza, suddenly finds himself shipwrecked on a remote island in the Pacific. Unable to remember even his own name, he sets sail in search of clues to his lost memories, accompanied by a boy named Noah, who saved his life. Before long, they caught up in a conflict between cutthroat criminals, modern-day pirates, and other scoundrels over legendary treasure.
I am excited.
It looks so ridiculous. I cannot wait.
Have the Japanese ever done any sort of seafaring games?
I don't know. It's going to be a new genre.
No, I'm reading Shogun, and they're not a very good seafaring nation. They kind of keep it local. They don't really go out into the sea. Like the boat's not designed to go out far.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, always a first time for something.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, well, moving
Didn't
on.
one of the other ones start on a beach when he woke up on a beach naked? Wasn't there another one that did the same?
Yeah, that was the Like a Dragon, the one before this one.
Oh, okay. It's just like a theme.
Well, they probably learned how to make beaches in their game engine, and they go, right.
When's this set though? Because this guy here's got a flask with water in it, like an actual metal flask.
This is not pirates of the past. This is modern day pirates.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay.
Makes it even more crazy.
Yeah, I love it.
Looks great.
I haven't seen this at all. This is fun.
So
Okay,
next
cool.
game
Next game.
is a Cabinet, a 2D narrative RPG set in a 19th century Eastern European inspired world with a modern twist. You guard
I think it's Cabernet. I think it's
Cabernet.
French. Yeah, I think it's French.
Okay, fine then.
Just saying.
You guard Laza, a young vampire struggling with her morality and the supernatural world she's been pulled into. Will you retain your humanity or descend further into the horror you have become?
Oh, it's got that same look as what's that game that Simone was playing? Penstant.
Just about, yeah. It looks very cool, though.
You can change it to a bat.
Well, you are a vampire.
I know. I just was like, oh, it's changed to a bat. That's amazing.
Got to change it to a bat every so often.
I think so too. Oh, there's relationship models and all sorts of stuff. Okay, cool.
All
And a
sorts.
stage, yeah.
So it's a cool little visual novel. Looks quite interesting.
Yeah.
Cabinet. Next up, Lee, we're heading for a 6 in PGA Tour 2K25.
No. You've mixed up your games, if I'm honest.
So he didn't score a goal.
No. I don't know if I'd be disappointed or just not surprised.
But when they get it in the hole, isn't it a home run?
That's correct, yes. You pulled it back there.
Oh, yes.
This looks exactly the same as every other golf game I've ever played. Graphics-wise as well. I'm sure I was playing this game back like 15 years ago. It looked like this.
It looks like a 360 game, actually.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, yeah. There's something weird about it. Yeah.
It's their lifeless dead eyes.
That's what it
Look
is.
at the character models. They just have no soul.
She's
don't
not
think-
excited by that shot. She does not care about that shot.
No, she does not care about that shot, but neither should you.
Yeah, interesting.
Last on our list is a thing we say to Lee every day of the week. It is please be happy.
Please stop talking to me.
Please be happy. Is a comfy slice of life visual novel set in a fictional world of
You need to play more visual novels. I think you've got a problem. I think you need to embrace it and just go with it. Because every week you bring up like half a dozen visual novels. I feel like you need to just accept that you're a lover of these visual novels and play them.
Lee. The official the description of this game says set in a fictional world of Wellington, New Zealand. The people that made this game don't believe Wellington, New Zealand.
Well, it isn't real. It's true.
So
No one comes here, so I can't believe that. Like it's really far from everywhere.
it's very interesting. So don't you want to play a visual novel set in the fictional world of Wellington, New Zealand? But even better, you're born as a fox in the forest of Korea. Miho carries with her the memory of a traveler who showed her kindness and spoke of home. Now more human than fox, Miho has spent a long, long time searching for that person and is somehow in New Zealand. I just thought, you're in New Zealand.
I like it. No, I like it. You held it because I thought you were just obsessed with visual novels, but you pulled it back. I still think you're obsessed with visual novels, but I think you pulled it back a little bit.
Fictional world of Wellington, New Zealand, Lee. Doesn't exist. And that is the games. Those are all the good games coming out this week.
Well, some of them are good games that are coming out this week.
Some of them are just games that are coming out
Some
this
of
week
these games where you play a fox from Korea
in New Zealand.
It has Mount Victoria, Oriental Bay, so they've actually got the layout. That's right. It's the layout of Wellington there.
Yeah,
Cuba Street.
look at that.
That's hilarious.
There we go. I think, guys, we found Lee's Patreon pick game.
And it's only $15 as well, which is actually a surprise.
Yeah, and just think of how
that-
how cheap it'll be.
Is that New Zealand as well? Oh no, US, no, it's $15 US, but okay.
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, that's hilarious, isn't it?
Wow.
So yeah,
There's 2 happy endings.
that's exciting. 23 Australian dollars. Oh, there's Lee. It features over 220,000 words.
I'm sure it does.
Full English voice acting.
Oh, you want it in Japanese subtitles, like you can't have it full English. No, that's wrong.
Definitely.
Or Korean, I guess it's Korean, is it that game?
Squeaky voices.
Okay.
Cool. That is all the new games. So, Mr. Lee, how did we do?
Avowed.
Avowed, Yakuza,
Yakuza, yes.
PGA Tour,
PJ Tour.
dead laughless eyes.
Yes.
Cabernet does look quite interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, The Lost Records is going to be hella good
I think we should get out of here on that note.
on that note. So thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Remember, we do live stream every Wednesday night. Don't be like Cobra Toddy and just still think it's a Tuesday
He
night.
got really angry, didn't he?
He did. He got really upset. So Wednesday nights, clear your calendar because it's our new podcast night. We're on Twitch and on YouTube. But of course, if you don't want to watch us live, you're welcome to listen to the audio feed, which Lee does clean up and does change and add extra sound effects and do a whole bunch of work. So if you don't listen to the audio podcast,
Ages.
you just make him sad.
Hmm.
You don't want Lee to be sad.
No,
So listen to the audio podcast.
exactly.
Also, you sharing the show is how we grow. So remember, just take a screenshot, share it on the Instagrams, send it to your friends. Basically, annoy people at work with the podcast.
And don't forget JD.
Yes, we're also doing a lot of stuff on YouTube at the moment. So double check our YouTube, become a subscriber, and watch our shorts.
He says we.
Well,
In the loosest possible way, it's actually JD doing all the work, really.
the royal we.
Yes, that's right, yes.
Royal we. Someone is working on stuff for us for free. Thanks, JD.
No, it's amazing. And
So
it's getting
if you-
hits. It's getting hits as well. I was just going to bring it up. We were getting like...
Yes, some of our shorts are getting up to 200 hits.
No.
John.
367 one's got.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I know. 2
So-
likes and 1 not like, I think, as well. And some comments. And one's got 232. We've discovered that factual is better than funny. Does
I
that
don't agree.
mean that we're so funny that people don't get it, or that we're not that funny? That's what I want to know. Like, is it an issue of our hilarity?
Hilarity.
Our funniness?
It's a good question.
Hmm.
No, I just think maybe our humor is too highbrow for the average person.
It's intelligence issues. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
It's a skill issue.
It's a skill issue.
You don't get our jobs, our jokes. It's a skill issue.
Exactly. Okay, cool. Good insulting of everybody listening. That's good work.
That's what we do. So yes, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check our shorts. We're even doing some cool segment stuff. So if you want to jump to a particular segment of a particular show, jump in and have a look.
Yeah, he actually made us look quite professional, didn't he?
He does. He's doing good work. If you've made it this far on the podcast, jump into our Discord and send us a thanks, JD, thumbs up emoji. And then we'll all know that you listened to the podcast to the end.
You're odd now. You're odd now.
Where can people find you?
Discord. Go to Discord. I don't Twitter anymore.
Lee has stopped twittering.
I
He's
logged
that-
into Twitter, look at it, and I go, I don't really care. I'm also Lee Howard on Xbox and Lee Howard on Discord. Just do it.
Excellent. And you can find me at Zarkras on Discord and X and Xbox. But now on that note, I think it's time for the old man to get out of here. So thank you all for listening. We're going to wait until he stands up, but we have the Xbox cast and we'll see you all on Xbox Live. Goodbye and good night.
The Xbox cast in the spotlight. Game over here, it's time to grab a controller and hand magic fills the air. Lights flashing neon bright. The Xbox cast in the spotlight. Game over here, it's time to declare controller and hand magic fills
This
the
music
air.
is amazing.
With every beat, pixel worlds where we compete, unlocking dreams and victories grand. Fantasy realms at our command. Gather around as a moment of truth. Xbox cast is power to the youth. Game of the year celebration called. We're the champions standing tall.
Isn't that the best exit to a TV series, program, podcast ever?
Brilliant. I love it. The squeakiness is perfect.
It's so upbeat. So everyone's really happy to leave. Oh, I'm knackered.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for hanging out. Let's get out of here then.
Thank you, listeners. There's 5 people hung around at the beginning and 5 people are still there. Whether they fell asleep or not, I do not know. Oh, Noel didn't because he was giving me steak. He says he wasn't sure about the funny bit. He thought it was odd.
No, you just need to double check your
I feel
dad.
like it's a Noel issue, not a podcast issue. Okay. And what is he talking about here? Use Lee Howard #1.
Oh, is it a command? Lee Howard #1. No, that's not it. That should be a command though. Oh, maybe he's talking about you being on a Blue Sky. Lee Howard #1.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. That's
Although,
good.
Noel, if you're still there, you should definitely make that command do something without that'd be great. Lee Howard no one.
No one. Yeah, exactly. No one.
Lee Howard no one.
Who's LTT as well? They have reviewed that controller.
Linus Tech Tips.
Oh, it's a really good controller. I like it. I was really impressed with it.
Which one is that?
The transforming controller. The one that Badass Rockets was like, no one wants a transforming controller.
Oh no, he's just wrong.
He's wrong.
Wrong indeed.
Oh, we've had 2 people left. Right, I'm going to go now. I'm done. I'm
everyone.
knackered. I
Right.
need to go and lay down my head somewhere.